Today it's time for us to check out some clean amps in the Sonicake Matribox 2 Pro. Recently I got a question about my preset pack for I think the Sonicake Matribox 2 Pro, and if you're familiar with my channel you may know that I offer high gain preset packs with the best high gain tones ever for all your favorite modeling units. And if you would like to get one of these preset packs, please contact me on Facebook or Instagram. The links are in the description below. And of course consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. But the preset packs usually they cover a lot of high gain presets, but also they include my personal clean tones and my well, one or two crunch tones which I need from time to time. And you may know that I don't use an amp for cleans usually. So here's the editor, and currently I'm playing one preset out of my preset pack. But if you go to the clean scene, it's basically a compressor, chorus, and an EQ. Maybe we can raise the volume a little bit, but the presets, the clean tones are designed to be played on the neck humbucker, but of course they may work the bridge humbucker too, if the bridge humbucker is working properly. By the way, this is my Harley Benton Fusion guitar with a problem in the bridge pickup. So this is a clean tone, no distortion at all, it works. You can add some shimmer if you want. And that is my way to go for cleans. But as I said, someone asked me about clean amps and or clean tones in general. So let's see what we can do with the clean amps that we have in this unit. So maybe let's start with the Roland Jazz Chorus. If I have this model here. Where is it? Dr. Lux Supro Jazz 120. Because that is usually, that is an amp which I would use for crystal clear cleans. And as you can hear, sounds already nice, even without a cap emulation. Compared to my EQ setting. Sounds similar to me, to be honest. But to be fair, the amp model should be used with the cap, I think. Raise the volume a little bit. So it doesn't make a difference. Does the cap make a difference? Not that much, I think. So I don't know if that is a surprise to you, but for me it's actually a little bit of a surprise, because I thought the amp would have a little bit more of its own character, but from what I hear, it's just, well, translating the signal that is coming from the guitar, and doesn't add that much of a character, at least in this model here. Okay, let's try to do some scooping here. By the way, I'm using a chorus here, which is, I think, the Boss chorus, Dimension C. Way too much bass frequencies, I think. Let's cut the bass. So sounds fine to me, but to be honest, if I disengage the amp with the cap and engage my EQ, okay, that sounds way more different now because I EQ'd the amp. Okay, sounds not bad, to be honest, so let's save it. 3B, DK, Jazz Course 120. And let's see if we can match this with the EQ. To be honest, it sounds pretty close to me. May have a little bit more lower mids. So maybe now you understand why I don't use an amp for my cleans in most situations, because especially with these cheaper modeling units, you have to think which block to use for which sound, and why should I sacrifice 2 blocks for a clean tone which I could get with 1 EQ. In some modeling units it's just the compressor, which is enough, and especially if the compressor brings some kind of EQing functionality. But today we would like to check out some of the other clean amps too. So let's see, we have a Dark Deluxe. Now these Fender amps, they tend to distort the signal a little bit, so you have to be careful with the gain. Sounds also nice. Actually, I would scoop some of the mids. So maybe let's check out if the cap which they offer here makes a difference. Usually, from my experience, the cab does way more of the sound shaping, especially with high gain tones. Yeah, also not bad. Yeah, that shimmer sounds nasty. Rich shimmering effect. I don't know. I want to get a little bit less highs in the shimmer signal. Anyway. Yeah, also, let's save it. Also usable, I would say. F Deluxe. And what else do we have here? The Vox, of course. Ah, by the way, let's check out JC120 with the bright switch engaged. Because that is what I would usually do with the amp. So my experience with that unit in general is that it's very easy to get good results with it. By the way, it comes with the same software, or at least the same amp models and effects like the Valeton GP-200 and the Hotone Ampero 1. But this unit is way more flexible, as you can change the order of the effects. But check out my video, my comparison video, if you would like to see the differences between this and the Valeton. Yeah, what else? The Vox. Of course, the Vox amp is something which you can use for many applications. Also crunch and also leads if you boost it. But let's check out what it does for cleans. Hot. Okay, hot is something which brings maybe too much distortion, so let's dial back the gain, raise the volume. The tone cut. The tone cut, you may know that it's cutting the highs here and instead of just reducing certain frequencies. But for cleans, I wouldn't cut it that much. Yeah, it sounds a little bit mid-heavy. If you split the humbucker, might be better, but it doesn't come with a mid parameter. Wonder what will happen if you crank both bass and treble. Usually, yeah, that does scoop it a little bit, I think. Yeah, but you can't get rid of the distortion. There's always a little bit happening. So to be honest, this wouldn't be my my first choice for cleans if you don't want any kind of distortion. If you want to have some distortion, then maybe this amp will be perfect. But okay, what is this? Maybe the normal channel. Okay. More mid-heavy, as I said, but for some applications it might be better if you want to sound like maybe the Beatles or the 60 bands. Okay, what else do we have? Maybe here the bassman. Fender bassman. Let's see if they have the twin verb. Okay. Bassman 210 410. Okay. Again, reduce the gain, reduce some mids. Of course, I'm more or less a high gain player, so I'm not that familiar with the characteristics of Fender amps. I mean, to me, I have a certain sound that I would think of when someone's talking about Fender amps, but I couldn't say if it is a Bassman or a Deluxe and how these amps are supposed to sound. To me, I can hear the characteristics that I would expect from a Fender amp with all of these models here. And what I'm kind of surprised is some of the modeling units, it's kind of hard to get some crystal clear cleans out of a Fender amp. But here, you can hear it sounds very different if you are over 50% with the gain than below. Below you can get crystal clear cleans without any distortion, very easy. But if you crank the gain, it sounds way different. It's maybe the power amp simulation, breakup simulation. Yeah, might be a nice platform for boosting pedals. And what else? Well, of course, you have some of the high gain amps clean channels here. So let's see, we have the Mark II C Plus channel 1. Oh no, it's a lead channel. Okay, where do we have it? I think here. Oh, I thought it was a Frameless Dragon, sorry. Soldano clean, okay. Let's see what we can do with that. I mean, actually, Soldano would not be the first amp that comes to mind for great cleans, but I think people buy these amps mostly for the high gain tones, but sounds also not bad. Yeah, still a little bit of distortion. Here again my EQ. Okay, Soldano. Okay, of course, maybe I have the Fender cap, so let's check out if they have a Soldano cap here, 4x12. Let's see. Yeah, with clean tones, of course the caps make a difference, but not that much. So I hope this helps you to get the best high gain tones out of that unit. And other than that, I hope to see you. Adios.